It's Miss Miller here, and today I want to talk to you about my absolute favorite poet. Now, first of all, we are covering the Victorian period, and Robert Browning is our featured poet for today. Now, this is a 19th century poet, and I wanted to show you this poem. You'll get a copy of it tomorrow. This is a very lengthy poem. I only have so much that I can share with you on the page. The title of the poem is My Last Duchess, and as you know, I like to number it. I probably will just go through maybe the first 6 or 7, perhaps even 8 lines today, and then we'll talk about the rest tomorrow. Now, this is much like the Renaissance time in terms of the meter, and you're going to see that it's an iambic pentameter by Robert Browning. So that's My Last Duchess painted on the wall. That's my is 1. Last Dutch is 2. Is paint is 3. Tid on is 4. The wall is 5. So there is our unstressed stress. That is my last Duchess painted on the wall, looking as if she were alive, I call. Now, iambic pentameter, a lot of times many people consider it like a natural language that we speak anyway. So that's perhaps why we might see it again during this period. I also want you to notice the rhyme scheme here, and he uses couplets. Robert Browning uses couplets. So we have A, wall call, B, hands stands, C, said read, D, continents and glance. And of course we know that's a slant rhyme because it's not perfectly rhymed, so you can make a note there, slant. Okay? Or you can also refer to it as a near rhyme. So I'm just doing the first few, and then when we come to class tomorrow, before we listen to the presentations from your classmates, perhaps we can work through the remainder of this poem. Now, the other thing you should know, My Last Duchess, is that it's a dramatic monologue. Now, Robert Browning really mastered this feature. And a monologue is really just a lengthy speech. And this is his entire speech. The part of it that makes it Robert Browning's work is that it's a dramatic monologue. Now, not only is it a lengthy speech, there are 3 specific qualities assigned to that. One is it's not the poet. So the speaker in this case, if we go to Tipsvas, it is not Robert Browning. The speaker of this poet, Robert Browning, has assigned it to someone else. In this case, you can refer to him as the Duke. And you will find out as we read the poem that he is indeed the speaker at this time. Okay? It's typically a fictional or historical character that is assigned to give this dramatic monologue. The other thing is it's for the entire poem. I may have mentioned that already, but it addresses the speaker's inner thoughts. So we get to know everything he's thinking. That's the first quality. The second quality reveals the interaction between the speaker and another individual. Now, in this particular poem, My Last Duchess, this individual that the Duke is speaking to, we won't see until perhaps later down the line, okay? So we won't know about this until towards the end of the poem, who that person specifically is. this happens, part of number 2 is this happens at a really critical moment. I might indicate that. Okay, so this entire dramatic monologue, there's a critical moment that he is describing. The Duke is discussing, he is interacting, he's talking to another individual. And then throughout the course of his speech or his dramatic monologue, we as a reader or as an observer get to determine his temperament, his human nature. What are his tendencies? And we also can identify his character. So that's all I really want to cover with you today. I just want you to see Victorian period, Robert Browning, 19th century poet, My Last Duchess, and you're going to get to see this played out tomorrow. What is a monologue? A discussion between two fictional characters. B, a lengthy speech. C, a lengthy poem. Or D, a presentation by one person. The answer is B. Number 2, the speaker in a dramatic monologue is A, the same as the actual poet. B, a member from the audience. C, speaks for a portion of the poem. Or D, a fictional or historical individual. D is the answer. And the last question, Browning uses the following meter and rhyme scheme. A, B, C, or D? The answer is A.